Da 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 da. Right. Or a sweet child of mine. So, yeah, the long hair sensitives, I guess. Go this way. Right. There's a reason. Wayne moving in storage. They will pull this. I actually know someone named Wayne. He turned out to be a real prick. He was just a model for a law firm, and that's about it. I was like, does he even have his law degree, or did he just look really good as a gay guy who's hotter than most gay guys? And they drew people in with his imagery, all curled up and having fun at a law firm. But every time they rolled out Wayne moving in storage, the message would be, oh, you're finally going to get to move soon. It would be like someone else is in control, and say you've been thinking of moving and you're trying to figure out how to move. And you can't figure out, you're like, where should I go? I'm not sure what to do. And also, wherever I go, I have to have a steady income to keep going. But Wayne moving in storage, true to form, would always show up in time for those thoughts of escapism and wanting to move and so forth and so on. Cherry Street, where Federal Donuts is, at the back of Terraced on 18th, and I'll just continue calling it Terraced on 18th because how'd they get the name Terraced? And it's Federal Donuts and Victory Brewing, so what else do they mean? And Cherry Street, so people who are victims, and often they're women, but there are men who are victims too. Women will say who are victims. A cherry can refer to popping or bopping someone's cherry. Women often wind up traumatized and very reactive and emotional and unable to work amongst people who, I mean, most of the world is full of jackasses and idiots, let's face it. Wherever you have a job, you can't stand like 90% of the people you work with, and maybe you're lucky and you like 5 people where you work. That's a truth in America. Now, if you were actually fondled, raped, had to deal with pedophilia or people picking on you constantly, you're probably like borderline ballistic, you know what I mean? Like, I've been provoked since birth by someone who was proud to use a rattle as a baby gift card to give to my mom because she wanted to divide and conquer our family. That's called rattling. It would be like Shake Shack. We're gonna shake up your shack, we're gonna shake you up. So some people are good at the rattle and some people are good at the shake. Same thing basically. But you want to find people who become, you know, seemingly aggressive, but it's really internalized anger or being provoked so much that other people would understand why someone is highly sensitive and sensitized to stimulation. There are people who already know that I've been traumatized from an early age, and also my sister, I would argue. Blondie, love it. I'm only half blonde. I have to bleach it to look blonde. But I feel blonde. Blonde actually worked. I'm like, oh my god, all these years I was a brunette. I had no idea that blonde could totally change your life. So it does. Unbelievable how good that stuff works. Da, 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 da. I think it's Blondie. We'll just go with it. So Blank Rome, they're over here now. Oh, that's right, they're on the other side of this. I had a client who worked for Blank Rome. The Logan. This used to be like the Four Seasons, and it was like the #1 place to get a hotel room, but the Four Seasons moved up to Comcast Center 2. Hangley, Aaron Chick, like Sharon, Seagal, Hoodlin, and Schiller. I'm never good with LEYs because that's basically, they're used by the CIA and they don't know it. Langley, Virginia. Aaron like Sharon. A shill would be like a plant in your audience who can help elicit sympathy for you. Because maybe they challenge you. Say you're a speaker and someone challenges you, but they're a shill. So anyway, Brown Brothers Harriman, Eisner Amper. That sounds like Disney World, like Michael Eisner or whatever. He used to be the CEO of Blank Rome. And there's a tent there. Often they have special events like weddings or receptions or special office happy hours, or they would have to be like really special. Again, the Terrace on 18. firefighter climb on that 1717 building, the brown one. That's where they do the firefighter climb to raise money for, I guess, leukemia. I kind of forget what their dealio is. Alright, so we'll kind of walk over here. Go through. The shades on it, so it's half dark, half light, half black, half white. Like those pandas coming into DC. They're already there, but I think the exhibit opens in January. Like, I feel like they have to wait for the exhibit to open on a normal basis for people. So over here we have Greenberg and Trauma Rig. I'm sorry, it's Traw Rig, or Greenberg and Traw Rig, but it makes you want to say Trauma Rig. Interestingly, I had someone who hired me at UFit Health and Fitness to teach yoga, and her last name was Greenberg, spelled the same way. Also, there's the Greenberg trial, that there was a death of a woman through stabbing the same week that I was made to believe I'd be murdered in my apartment. I was going totally crazy, ballistic. We have purple and white here. So I'm kind of curious what Greenberg and Traw Rig or Trauma Rig is about. GT, I think of kombucha, GTs. So. Greenberg and Traw Rig, oddly, they handled the bankruptcy case of UFit Health and Fitness, or the gyms that fall under a big umbrella, and one of them happens to be UFit Health and Fitness. So during the pandemic, they handled the bankruptcy of that company, and I was like, that's interesting. And the very specific offices were out of Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware, which is sort of like Biden, and Chicago, like Chicago, Illinois, like Obama. So I don't know what the dealio is. I don't know if they had to come in and fix everything, or I don't know what to say. I don't know what's going. There's too many things going on. So timeline's all messed up and everything. So we have black, white, black. No, that's blue. Okay, we'll go with it. Often they'll get a checkerboard theme in here, but there's Comcast Center 2, the Technology Center is over there, and then Four Seasons is on the other side, on the more western side of this building. They have words in the sky, so if you're a newscaster, it's like having a prompter, but fed straight to your brain. All these lies. Why do you call me by her name? Do you still love her? So that's what's flying up there right now. What if they were projecting someone's argument in a house? Or what if it's too easy for you to spew out information and you're an entertainer, or you work for the news or whatever, and you're like, I can't believe how good that newscast came off. Someone must have helped from the sky. And those are the people in the sky.